I'm Aaron Rian with the Brokerage House, and I help thousands of agents make millions of dollars in commissions in the real estate space. And today, we're going to talk about the right questions you need to ask potential prospects when you meet them. Asking questions is key to finding out a potential customer's motivation and challenges that they've had in their real estate journey, right? Once you know what somebody's challenge is, or you know what their motivation is, you can close every single prospect. So the question that I always get is, what are those right questions? What should I be asking potential customers? How do I get them to open up to me? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first question that I ask potential clients is, tell me more about that challenge. Tell me more about why your house didn't sell. Or tell me more about the fact that your agent asked you to take 6 price reductions and you didn't get any offers, right? Tell me more about that. I want them to open up to me about their challenges that they've had on the market, okay? Or the challenges that they've had in selling their property on their own if they're a for sale by owner. I want them to immediately open up to me and tell me about those challenges, because if I don't know what they're struggling with, how am I going to be able to provide a solution to be able to get them to trust me? So you have to be able to ask that question. Tell me more about that challenge, right? The next question that I would ask a potential customer or potential seller or buyer is, what's a recent example of that, right? Tell me, what is a recent example of that? Because I'm taking your question from being academic to real or emotional in that one question. And remember, real estate is an emotional business for a lot of prospects. It's an emotional process that we have to be able to get them to tap into. So the question is, what's a recent example of that? I want to make it real for them. I don't want to keep my questions just academic. I really want to tie into how they feel, why something's important to them, and get them to open up to me about a previous experience that may have caused them stress, a previous experience that may have caused them to not get what they wanted, which is the house that they desired or their property sold. So being able to take it from academic to emotional is one of the most important things that you can do as a real estate agent. One of the next questions that I would ask a potential customer is, if you could solve this, what would this do for you, your family, or your property, right? If we could solve this challenge, what would this do for you, your family, and your property? Because that question is going to get them to open up about their motivation, right? Why do they want to sell their property? And why is that important to them or their family? Or why is it important to their property? Maybe they're struggling financially and they need to be able to sell this property so that they can, take those funds and be able to live off of them. Or maybe they're selling their property and there's another property that they want to buy that's bigger and more suitable for their family, and they want to get out there before the holidays. I want to be able to tap into that so that I can understand what their motivation is. And if they ever get off track and they ever say things like, I want to think about it, or, I'm just not sure if I want to do this, I can remind them of what their motivating factors are in trying to get their property sold. The fourth thing is, why is this an issue right now? Why is this a challenge for you in today's market? I want to find out where they're coming from, right? Why do they feel like their home not selling is a challenge? Why do they feel like they need to sell their property right now, right? Because I want to find out what is really their motivating factor. What is their urgency for trying to do something? Or why do they feel like there's an urgency in trying to sell their home? Because they might be trying to sell their home and take advantage of the market, right? They might think that the market's at an all-time high and they want to sell before the market dips. And that's going to tell me everything I need to know, right? Let's get your property sold before, anything happens, before, we know what today's market is. We know what the value is in today's market. We're not going to know what the value of your property is in 6 months because we don't know what the market's going to do. The market could go down. The market could stay the same. The market might go up, but it's what is it most likely to do? The fifth thing is, how is this issue personally affecting you? Okay? What is this doing for you? How is it personally affecting you? I want to find out, what is it doing to you as a person? Is it affecting your marriage? Is it affecting, is it causing you so much stress that you can't focus at work because you need the funds from your house? I want to tap into that so that I can use that as motivation to be able to set up a plan to be able to get your goal accomplished. So if you need to sell your home now because you need that money to be able to live for the next year, I want to make sure that we get your property sold in the right time, and I can design a plan to get your property sold in the right amount of time so that you can capture the most money on the market. A couple bonus questions for you. And these questions really help in the process of identifying somebody's motivation or challenges. First question is, why do you say that? Why do you say that? So if a potential customer says to me, well, I just don't think it's the right time to sell my house, I might just say, why do you say that? Because I want them to elaborate, and I want to find out, I want to draw out more information from them. What is their fear? What is their hesitation? Do they think the market's going to go up? Do they think it's going to go down? Why do you say that? Because it gives me an opportunity to draw out more information that I can then use to be able to overcome their hesitation, their fear, or give them more information as to how I can help them in that situation. The next one, it's more of a statement than it is a question. And it's one of my favorite ones that I've started using with a lot of potential customers. And that's, unpack that for me. Unpack that for me. They make a statement. They say something like, I had a terrible experience the last time I was on the market and I just don't want to do it again. Really? Unpack that for me. Because you know what that statement does? Is it gets them to open up beyond what I ever thought people would be willing to open up to me, on a regular basis. Because when they start unpacking the information, they really do start unpacking the suitcase and showing you the luggage inside. It's amazing how much information they will give you about what their challenges are, what their fears are, what their hesitations are. And with that information, you can then become a solution for whatever their issues are. But if you don't ask the right questions, you'll never know how to be a solution or how to help overcome that person's hesitations or fears. I hope that you found this video helpful. Hopefully these help you with the right questions to be able to ask potential customers. If you liked this video and you found it to be useful and you found the information to be helpful, go ahead and hit that like button down below and make sure that you comment, ask questions, as we make sure that we get to all of our questions, all of our comments, and make sure that we can get everything answered for you guys. But thank you again for listening to the video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.